Welcome to the Next Level of Horror podcasts. This is the place where ghouls, ghosts, and other creatures of the night are all welcome. There is no turning back now. You are in our sights. Your hosts, Jason and Craig, will fill you with great discussions, movie reviews, trivia, and fear of the dark. So sit back, turn out the lights, and pray for daylight. This is Retro Ghoul.
Channel 32 wishes you a happy and safe Halloween.
It rests on 13 acres of earth, over the very center of hell. Here is the first motion picture to offer, to the daring, a look into the final, maddening space between life and death. The last house on the left. To avoid fainting, keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie. Sights and sounds far beyond anything you've tested. The last house on the left. To avoid fainting, keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie. Take as much as you can. Only a movie.
Okay, so this will either be spliced together or this is just going to be a funny segue for anybody watching. The horror Renaissance, as I was referring to as. If you're 40 years or older, then you were alive through this period of time where horror came up, it became this wonderful thing, then it got oversaturated, and then it fell off, and then the next thing you know, like if you were a horror person at all, you were getting shitty B releases on DVD, if you were lucky, or maybe you're catching something late night on a movie channel somewhere. And then slowly there started to be an increase again. It was around that time, like I would say honestly, starting off with stuff like Cabin Fever, like Eli Roth getting his hands on the game. They started to bring horror back, and they started to bring horror back in a pretty big way in the early 2000s. And then zombies appeared again, and zombies had been well played out by that fucking point. They just had.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to go with them anymore. Like, you have to be repeating what everybody's done. You know, like, what you've done. Like, I'm sure George Romero was here. He would have looked over this and, like, The Walking Dead and everything.
He would have. I do wonder how he would have felt about The Walking Dead. Like, because at least the Kirkman's version of that reality of The Walking Dead. Don't get me wrong. I feel like we've talked shit about The Walking Dead before. I know I definitely have. Like, I gave up on season 5. Yeah. Because I got so tired of watching them get their asses kicked in the same way.
That's what I mean. Like, he's probably rolling in his grave. Like, what are you doing to my work?
Well, the thing is like it shouldn't have ever stretched out that long. And the fact also added to which, it's cool that the comic book had a great ending, in my opinion. And they sort of did in the show, but the whole idea that that they were going to keep making the same fucking decisions over and over again.
There's actually it's a telltale game where it is a Walking Dead, and you like control, you can like say,
I've seen that.
Where, like you get choices like let this one live and this person, or let this one live and that person. It actually brings up choices that you have to make. And even the games, sometimes they're hard choices. And,
that's the thing about that. There was the other aspect of it too. One thing that when I was younger, I mean, I genuinely loved horror, even the shit that scared me. Like I really liked it. The thing that got me about zombies, though, is something if I had ever had the ability to logically consider when I was as young as I was, watching The Returns and so forth. Okay, so I know that this is one of my reasons that I have a problem with The Walking Dead, but honestly, it applies to all zombies that can pass the infection through a bite.
Mm.
You see in The Walking Dead that these organized groups have like fucking body armor and shit, and they can't be fucked with.
Yeah.
You don't need body armor. I challenge any person that comes across this video, go grab a pair of jeans and bite through them. Just fucking do it, dude. You're gonna be gnawing for a while. You're not just making it through in 1 or 2 fucking chomps.
Oh yeah.
So, the whole thing with like how fast it would spread with bite, like, don't get me wrong, they get a hold of bear skin, that's one thing. But once you know that it's going on, wouldn't you just wear a leather jacket, maybe some thicker pants, and go about your day?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stay away
Yeah.
from large groups, wear thicker clothing.
I do have my own option on this. If they ever attack, like, I'm just gonna raid stores for meat and everything, and I'd go down to a Home Depot and like pull down all the doors, and you have that truck that they use, and you can put it in you can lock down all those doors, like just close the gates. So that had to be the first place I go.
Yeah, a grocery store would be a terrible place to go. I mean, like food would be great, but if you were thinking about it, any type of, I would argue, like in a zombie apocalypse, in any type of business wherein they had vending machines on site, or something along those lines. Even something, if it was a large enough building, something with a cafeteria or a break room is going to have a refrigerator with some food in it. And like you're saying, a place that's got its own truck and aisles and aisles of things you can outfit it with.
Yeah, exactly.
The Home Depot would be a great fucking place to go.
Yeah.
Hardware
Just
store
gates and everything, like.
Oddly enough, not a fucking gun shop in my opinion. Terrible.
No.
Because all you're going to be doing is
we
fighting
even
fucking
seen what
zombies.
happened to the gun shop in in that movie, in like the Dawn of the Dead remake. Like,
Oh, that's a good point.
yeah,
That is
fought
literally
pretty
what
long though. He made me think that like he was actually going to survive it and they were going to go get him, and the dog scene came and everything, and everything. It sucked. Like, that's a sucky scene. But when he pulls up the note and it's like all covered in blood.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like,
Well, I feel like he was right before he was about to. Or no, I guess he would have already changed at that point,
I think so. Yeah.
or like the last vestiges of his humanity trying to tell them not to. You know. Yeah, that was an interesting scene. Actually, it was played really well too, if for no other reason than hearing him over the walkie-talkie. Oh shit, you got me pretty good. Like that statement, you're just like, ah.
Yeah. And I've seen movies where there's like no survivors, but like they go to an island and the people like there wasn't humans there or anything at one time, and they like to eat each other to begin with. You know what I mean?
Well,
But I like that they got to the shore and like got off and then just got bombarded and they cut.
Well, yeah, but then again, that was such a. I feel like that was also sort of the start of the bleak ending in horror, like the bleak endings just being non-stop sad fucking endings.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's right for the tone. Like, if you're watching, what was that? It came out on Netflix not that long ago. I think it was a Ty West movie, I can't remember. It was called The Sacrament, whereas it's a horror movie based around basically the Jonestown Massacre, except for what it would be like to be on the inside of something like that.
Is that when they got 3 guys like go to something that is like his island and the sister's there?
No. That one is The Apostle. That one's great. That's a great one.
It is.
But this one is like literally it's the same setup as Jonestown. Like what happened at Jonestown with like reporters showed up. In this case, it was a senator who showed up to investigate, and he was killed along with everybody else.
Yeah.
This case, it was reporters, and he's showing up to find a missing family member, and he's there, and there's this charismatic leader and it was basically Jonestown, except for they put you on the inside of it to experience what that level of terror would be like. And it's a great horror movie for that reason. That is a movie that should have a bleak ending.
Yeah.
It's important that it have a bleak ending to really fucking hammer it home. Like, this happened and it was horrible. Supernatural horror, though, I mean, fucking hell, if it happened because there's some kind of wizardry going on or some shit like that, then there needs to be some kind of wizardry that undoes it.
Look at Stigmata, how that got. I mean,
I thought, all right, so Stigmata, I actually appreciated the way in which that was done. I mean, granted, it was religious horror, religious theme, with I would argue from whoever wrote it a message even though it's a fictitious story, I think it's got a good message to it. Like, the idea that church is any place wherein followers gathered to talk.
Yeah.
There is no everything else
me,
is just a money grab.
You
That's
saved me.
essentially what it was. I actually thought it was pretty cool, and it does have a decent ending. Like on the other hand, what was the one with Winona Ryder? It was the Antichrist being born.
What was it?
You know the movie I'm talking
Or
about.
something?
Well, I mean, she ends up having the fucking Antichrist. It's like that. That's a bleak fucking ending. Which, once again,
Yeah.
the nihilism inherent in it is absolutely insane.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, like before I went brain dead, Stigmata is one of those movies where it gets uncomfortable throughout the entire movie, and at the end, it's like you almost want to cry, like kind of through the whole movie, because like she is going through
Through
hell.
some shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. She wakes up with fucking holes in her hands.
Yep.
It's
Which I
it,
never had happen to me, but I would imagine I wouldn't deal with it very well.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's where I seen like bleak ending for me, and honestly, that movie I liked it, but it wasn't like one of my favorites that I like cycle through, because
That was the that would have been the time period would have been the beginning of the reemergence of horror, in my opinion.
yeah,
And bear in mind, like I said, that's a matter of opinion. There's a lot of people out there would probably disagree with it entirely with the whole idea that there was a rise and fall.
yeah,
I only saw it from my perspective because there was like when I was growing up, you had these like what should have been back burner movies getting full theatrical releases, and then you had like Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees and fucking Leatherface and like the Michael Myers, like the big fucking four popping up in theaters every Halloween over and over again, anytime during the year, until the point where fucking I feel like I feel like the Nightmare movies stopped. They didn't even bother waiting for Halloween and shit anymore. They just started doing it over the summer.
yeah,
Which, like, summer blockbuster time. Release it in the summer,
yeah. Yeah, I get
And
the
then-
point completely. Like
Just the
they
fucking...
don't do that anymore. They don't like drop specials or anything on TV. Like nothing like it was. But Halloween trick or treating, I was always a zombie when I was a kid. I think the only time I did I was a soldier, like a zombie soldier. And so I've always played a zombie for trick or treat. Like that's what it means to me. That's what the whole like subgenre means to me. You know what I mean? Like
And there is still a lot of story to tell with it, because the thing is, if any zombie movie or any halfway decent zombie movie is about the survivors and the way in which they're dealing with what's happening, which I was also going to say about the Walking Dead thing, the one thing I liked about it was in Kirkman's world, zombies did not exist. There was no such thing as George Romero. There was nobody had any concept of a zombie in the Walking Dead universe, which is also, side note, the reason they never say zombie in the Walking Dead. They don't say it because they don't know what it is. That's why the thing is able to happen the way that it happens.
yeah,
Which, if the rules were the rules and they were universal, in all honesty, if a zombie outbreak followed the actual rules of movies, like they have to bite each other and that spread and blah, 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 our modern military, our modern police force alone would put a stop to that shit at one building. Like, it would be done before it ever got out.
They'd be
Which,
dropping
unless it
bombs,
was something like a fucking fast-moving World War Z situation.
And then you have one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life, Return of the Living Dead 2.
Nah.
It is absolutely hilarious to me. Like
Get that
every
damn
moment is like,
screwdriver out of my head.
who's the president? Harry Truman.
That, Jesus, send more paramedics. That fucking line. There is never been a more fucking just out of nowhere bit of hilarity, in my opinion, in a movie than that moment. Send more paramedics. That's a fucking great moment. But it's also another evolutionary step for zombies, though, proving that they actually do have cognitive ability, which is interesting for them. I mean, it's not really, I don't think it's been done much in the way of any other zombie flick.
Yeah, the only one I think I've seen was, what do you call it, with, I let it. I forget completely, like, my mind's going. So. We'll edit this out.
Let's see, so we've covered up to World War Z really was the most recent one I could think of where anything changed.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like that that keeps anyone's attention. Like there is out there, but like I don't want to say they suck, but like they're pretty bad. Like, and I know pretty bad movies. Like I love them. So for them to be like,
the zombie genre, it got saturated. There are still stories to tell, but the problem is it's the same stories being told over and over again. In what was it, Land of the Dead, they also have like cognitive minds, and they can start like they walked over, they knew where they were walking, and they all grouped up. And when the blue guy, whatever his name, Big Daddy, hands that thing over to the fucking guy, that hatchet. Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I was like, it's like they have like the ability to think now.
Well, also, I mean, John Leguizamo's character carrying out a fucking revenge mission, essentially.
Yeah,
he was already toast. He knew he was toast, but still that driven to get it done.
Yeah.
So showing that, once again, the Romero zombie. But that's, I guess, the point of the Romero zombies is that his total idea was that they were going to evolve.
Mm.
It was never going to be just fucking dead bodies walking around aimlessly biting things. Eventually, like that. What was it in Land of the? Was it not Land of the Dead? The one where they're on the island, and the zombie finally eats the horse.
Yeah. It was a video game too, and I can't remember the name.
I don't know. It was a pretty good one. A lot of people were annoyed by it. I liked it. I thought it was a good. Like I said,
I don't remember, but I do remember like seeing it passing by, and like I never really gave it the chance. And
I really wish I could. I've seen it a few times. I don't know why I can't remember it. It's probably because there's only so many of the Dead movies I can separate after a while.
Yeah, like Diary of the Dead. Well, that one was pretty cool because like they were, boom, here comes the outbreak, like out of nowhere, and like,
right?
Yeah, it's that's honestly like I love them coming out of the ground, but that's also my favorite type of zombie. Like,
I think the thing that got right. So Shaun of the Dead, as much as it is a parody of those of the type of movie, it's also just so respectful of the source material.
Yeah.
And the way that it's done. I mean, honestly, Shaun of the Dead is probably one of my favorite zombie movies of all time.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's pretty high up in my list.
Well, it's just the general situation in which it's just people wholly unprepared for something, and bam, there it is. And then realizing that there's still, like, one of the funniest things about that movie, and some people got it, I guess some people didn't, is that the zombies are still essentially doing what they had always been doing.
Yeah.
They're just fucking dead and wanting to infect others now.
Exactly, yeah.
But what's really, really is, it's fucking absurd, but it is funny.
And the fact that they were, like, going to that guy's house and he ended up, like, becoming a zombie.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You left the fucking door open, you dumbass. Like, and here they
The whole thing, the whole movie, every single part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's the whole thing with zombies. I guess that's what it actually comes down to with the movies. The reason we have such heartfelt, fond memories of the ones we saw when we were kids is because it was unique. It was a new story at that time, or at least it was to us. And there was still enough to change and to grow with. And then eventually it just became stagnant. It's like I said, there are stories that could be told, but they're just telling the ones that they want to tell now, which is fine. A zombie movie is comforting in many ways. You know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know? But just like the guy with a bite, he doesn't want anybody to know about trope. You know what I mean? Like or the girl or whoever. That's fucking every zombie movie. You know it's coming. Yeah. I mean, it's enough that like I had a friend that we had once discussed writing a comic book together. It was going to be called Plague Ground. And the whole idea was that like, for all these people that would be like, oh my god, it's the apocalypse, there's a bunch of fucking nerds out there that would be like, I have been waiting. You know what I mean? And we were like, the idea was going to be literally just to be like, we know how to deal with this, we know the rules.
The scene where they see you first zombie and they like start smacking it and you're like, she's drunk.
Oh no, we had a pretty horrible idea in there that at the time I thought was hilarious. I'm not proud of it. I won't go into it. here, but I will tell you about it before the day is over with. Because I mean, in all honesty, I think if it had been done correctly at the time, it would have been fucking hilarious. But I'm not sure that it could have ever been done correctly.
Yeah.
I definitely can't clarify that any further. Like I said, I will tell you. I'll tell you by the time this is over with. But yeah.
There's a whole group of you now, but where the fuck are you going? Just like walking down the street, getting bit by zombies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I know
like,
in Diary of the Dead, they had to go someplace they had to get. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they had to get to that kid's house, and then all hell broke loose for them too.
Well, of course. Well, that was an interesting thing too. Like showing what, like once again with the Romero thought on things. The fact that there would be some people that would be handling it as badly as the zombies were handling it themselves. Just that, like, some of them are dead, but some of these people were not going to be able to deal at all with what was happening. I think that would be actually the majority of people. Let's be fair. If in real life you woke up one morning and saw your neighbor devouring his neighbor, and then, clearly dead and doing it, I mean, what I know what I would do, I'd be like, well, going back inside. Shut the door. I would not intervene. I would not help. I would then try to call emergency services. Chances are there would be no response, or if it followed movie logic. At which point in time, I'd be like, oh, fuck it. Well, next steps. Find a bat. Get going. Wear a jean jacket, because that's all you need.
But talking about, like, thinking, look at Bubba. He's amazing. Like, he's learning everything, and Day of the Dead. Yeah. He even fucking fires a gun.
Intentionally. That's the thing, with intent.
Exactly. He knew exactly like to go like that and pow. Like, he was thinking like that showed zombies can think.
Or could be trained, I guess. But then again, back to Romero, like, he had a plan. He intended to show evolution through it eventually.
That's why he's the king. Everything boils down to him.
Probably. Well, I mean, he did. Again, we can thank George Romero for our modern concept of a zombie.
Yeah.
Everything prior to that was all the Haitian voodoo stuff, whereas a person in a waking death state could be mindlessly controlled. That's what a zombie was until Romero he mix matched ghouls and zombies, and he was like, "Fuck it, let's see what happens."
Yeah.
I mean that's what he did.
Yeah.
But even back to the point too, the idea of a ghoul zombie also stands out as a better zombie to me, because a lot of the newer zombies all seem to be a virus that wants to spread. Like like that's how they keep phrasing it. It's a virus that wants to spread. It needs to spread. Blah 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 blah. Okay, why? It's just weird. It's a weird thing. I mean, it's cool the first couple times you see it, but then it's like every single one of them. It's like it's just something that wants to spread. Fucking hell, I don't think colds want to spread. That's just how they live.
Yeah.
There's no malice. They just are colds.
Yeah.
All right. I think that takes us through zombies.
All right.
So, unless you have anything you'd like to add, Craig, I feel comfortable with this one.
One more thing I can say about the most terrifying moment in horror was back to children shouldn't play with dead things. The opening scene where he turns around, he's like, ah! I wasn't expecting it, and I almost peed myself. Like, they did good with that. Even
that Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, once again, was a heavily influential movie for so many people. And you can see, if you've seen the movie, every horror movie you've seen since, you can pick something out that probably was derived from that, or from a movie that was influenced by it.
Yeah.
You know? Like I said, just sometimes I don't like things, don't know why.
Yep.
All right, good times.
Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook at RetroGhoul83. You can also find us on Spotify and all other streaming apps.